Here I am, experimenting again. I bought these sweet little flower pots. They're really tiny. We're talking 2 inches by maybe 3 inches. 3 inches tall, about 2 inches wide. You can see my old wrinkly hands because this is a close-up. But anyway, I bought 3 of these, and I'm going to try firing them. They're essentially bisqued earthenware. The masking liquid that I talked about that I use, which is like liquid latex, and it is used by manicurists to put around the skin when they do their fancy nail treatments. What I did is I bought this in blue. I later bought another one in white, and I take the blue and using a small pipette, like one of these little doohickey things, I squeeze the liquid from here and put it into there. And the nice part about that is it comes with a brush, just like nail polish. And what I did was I added, on this one here you can see I've already done it, and I just add a nice swoop of masking liquid over here. Haven't figured out what I'm going to do with this one yet, but I'm on my way. I've already decided that I've already done this one. Now this was a clay terracotta small pot, but what I did was I wanted it to be white. So believe it or not, this is a gray mud, but it is a white clay when it is fired. So what I did is I made some slip. You can see it in this container. And then I painted, well, first thing what I did is I did those circles. As you can see, the circles in this masking fluid, okay? Just like I did that stripe I just showed you. And what I did was I drew circles and dots all over here. Now, then I applied the slip with a paintbrush, and believe it or not, it's still wet. This, I can feel how cool this is, and it's still been absorbed. Then I started removing the masking fluid. So what I'm going to get is where what you see as gray will be white ceramic, and then it'll be the terracotta dots. But what I thought I would show you is how easy it is to remove that latex. You have to kind of know where it is, and you can see it here. I'm going to, I know there's one here, so you just, I use a little tool and pull that off. And I've got dots all along in here, and I can remove that as well once I get it. It's hard for me to look at the camera and do this. Let me do this one here. It's a lot easier. And here, the big ones seem to work better. But I can go around, and once this is on, I had to put 2 coats of it on pretty much so that it would be thick enough. But it makes a nice mask, as you can see. The thin ones, I think I didn't put 2 coats on this, so I don't know how that's going to work. Let's see if I can scrape it up. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah. And then what I'll do, since this is white slip, I will just, when this dries perfectly good, I will just give this a coat of clear glaze before I fire it. I do a lot of single firing, and that's what I'm going to do with these. As you can see, it removes pretty easily. My dots are not uniform. I didn't really want them to be, but the latex removes like a charm. And this is a very small pot I'm working on, as you can see, 2 inches by 3 inches, so anything bigger would be a lot easier. I know there's one under here somewhere. Whoops. Perhaps not. I'm pretty sure there is. But anyway, I think I did one here as well. What I can do is smooth over the, oh, here's one. Yeah. And because I used 2 coats of slip and covered it really good, I'm having a harder time seeing the masking liquid. I know there's one here. Let's see if I can see it and remove it. There it is. Left a nice little dot in the middle. And I know I've got one up here somewhere. This one I may have only done one single coat, but works pretty well. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys see how much fun it is using this masking liquid in a fingernail polish bottle. And I bought those at Amazon too. I didn't know you could get them empty, but you sure can. So I am almost done. I could touch up any places I've missed with the slip if I need to, but I kind of like the irregularity of it all. I know I've got one up under there. Nope, that was just a little bit too thick, so I'm going to have to, well, it looks like a circle. I'll just keep that. Anyway, these are an experiment. I just wanted to play with these little pots that I got at the Dollar Tree. Yeah, you can really do a much better job than I'm doing here if you take your time and you're not on camera, but you get the idea. So what I've got here is a nice little pot, and once this dries I can fill in. I think I've got another piece there. I know I did a half circle up there so I could see that. So this is going to be a white, but I'm amazed at how wet this slip still is. It's sticking to the pot pretty well, but it's really wet. I can feel how cold it is. So there you see, and this is one where the frisket has been applied, and I can do maybe underglaze over on it. And let me see how easy this is to remove. Yeah. Just even though I'm probably going to replace this stripe, but show you how easy it is to remove. And so if I just painted underglaze on top of it, which I will now fill that little slot in so you can see how this works. I like the small container because it doesn't dry out. Using it from the big container might dry, but it's like a nail polish brush, and you could actually make all kinds of neat designs. When that dries, it turns the dark blue. Now the reason I have the blue, well, one reason is you can certainly see it, but the reason I went out and I got the white as well is that I also work a little bit with watercolors, and I found that this blue dye leaves a pale blue residue on watercolor paper. Not all watercolor paper, just some watercolor paper. So I decided, since I wanted to use not have that light blue when I don't want it, that I also went out and got the masking latex in white. So there you have it. It's a fun way to play with pots, and I'm going to use these small little pots to test some glazes. That's it.